Welcome to the second part of me reacting to Prime vibe coding for a week. Let's see the video number 2 that, to be fair, it's been looking quite good. I mean, it's 20 minutes, so I'm assuming that it's going to be not only talking about what the game is going to be in a presentation.
What did you get done yesterday?
Oh man, it's hard to describe how fast you can move when you're just letting the agent fly and what's actually being accomplished.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's very tempting to just let agent mode do everything when you're going on Cursor, actually building a project. There's a thing that I think Cursor has called YOLO mode that I'm still not brave enough to do it because obviously it's still AI, it's still gonna make some fuck ups and it's still gonna make some mistakes. And it's also very easy for you to think that AI is gonna be perfect and just let it run, when in reality, if you don't keep like a mental record of what's happening with the context, it can easily just end up with thousands of lines of code that make no absolute sense.
We went from literally nothing, get a knit live on stream, into a game that has, despite the fact that I did explicitly say no balloons, there were balloons following a path and successfully going through, being able to place towers and everything. It was very impressive how fast and how far we got.
I think the audios will be on sync and it drives me crazy when that happens.
Chat, if you guys are around, if you guys are around tomorrow during the day, I'm gonna say the same joke, and I need to farm a lot of Keck W's with this one, okay? I need to farm a lot of Keck W's with this joke. Let me write down the time, 1:55 a.m. Logic joke. I want this in the recap, okay? I want this in the recap tomorrow.
What did you get done yesterday?
Yesterday, we started a brand new tower defense game. Got pretty far, I would say, on some of the combat mechanics, placing towers, drawing cards, you know, a deck, hands, all the good stuff you expect from a roguelike tower defense game.
This better be very good.
Very
Okay, it's
key.
perfect.
What would I say?
God, vibe max.
Character
I am
design on the Prime. I have
born
no
to
idea how
vibe.
to
I
shit
am
call that in
literally,
English.
I am here
But
on
actually,
God's
so
green
weird that they use
earth
the
to
chat
tell
function like
AIs
that. I
what to
find
do.
it so-
AI overlords ran by low level. There it is. Boom.
So why did all these things disappear? And why am I not doing any damage to this guy? Oh, also,
How much have you learned about Cursor in the first day?
So for me, I think the big takeaway is that I always knew like agents, you could ask it questions, boom, it can produce out answers. I've tried to use the code and all that. I think the biggest thing, honestly, the real biggest thing about Cursor that I think is so amazing is the fact that tab is so good. So they talk about this almighty tab for those that have not used Cursor. When you press tab, it also attempts to do some sort of like co-pilot guess as to what's the next thing you're going to tab. And it's trying to do this like jump ahead. So let's just say that you need to take an object and you actually want to replace it, or how you want to use a certain function by taking in a new argument. You have a method, let's call this foo. You want to take in a new argument that takes in the game state. You make that change. The next method right below it, bar, all of a sudden will kind of co-pilot ghost text out, and you can just press tab and boom, replace that one. And the next one.
That was my first exposure to how good AI was. I remember I was very hesitant on trying Cursor, but then since I got to uni, I got free access to Copilot on Microsoft, and I realized that it had autocomplete, but like predictive autocomplete, and I was like, oh damn, this is actually pretty amazing, because at that moment I was learning how to do React Native, and I also remember that there was a lot of things that you had to call on, like the name of the function. I didn't know what arrow functions were. I didn't know that you had to import React every time that you had a JSX or a TSX file. I think it was JavaScript, the one that I used the first time. So it's now much easy to do those things, especially what I do when I'm starting like a big project and I want to have AI to write all of that boilerplate code for me. What I do is I just comment on the files what I want to see on the code, and then I just autocomplete all of that, and it kind of like joins everything together instead of me having to do a prompt for every file, if that makes sense.
Boom, I want to replace that one. Actually, I want to do it to all of them. So it's like able to do this really cool, intelligent refactor, and honestly, in all reality, that's probably the coolest part right now about Cursor. I'm not a huge agent mode guy. I don't really like going full vibes because I have, maybe it's the autism speaking or just my small brain speaking. I cannot build something if I don't understand it. It feels, I start feeling really shaky about it.
The import is so good.
And I get like worried. And I just want to understand the thing I'm building, not just getting it done. And so it's just been that fight of going, okay, I'm going to vibe. I'm going to vibe. And then I start doing it, I'm like, I can't do it. And then I have to go back and start looking at everything.
What's been the biggest challenge so far?
I'd say the biggest challenge has been that we're starting a brand new project. And so it's like 4 guys hammering the same piece of wood. And so all having such a small surface.
I get his point, and I also think that for someone like him, going with AI agent mode, it can be good in a very minimal degree because your expertise has to be so large and so good that you automatically have this really good concept of taste in code that you don't really need an AI to actually produce code. You just kind of know what to do.
Area that actually just makes it excessively hard because you run into each other a whole bunch. And so we're trying to mash all the ideas of what it takes to build a program together and actually make it successful. So like if we think differently about how a render should be done, or where should we store the functions, or where should it be on the data class, or should it be just properties on a data class and then functions elsewhere, like all those things, they're the undiscussed differences in programming style that when you hop into a new project is so obvious. And that's like, okay, of course, we all do this. And then you do your own. You're like, I like to do it this way. And then if you're doing it at the same time, you're gonna have 2 different ways things are happening, and everything gets confused.
Honestly, I think that one of the best things that I did was that my first project was with other 2 friends, and then one friend ended up dropping off that project, so I just did it with another one. But learning how to actually work in teams in a more engaging way, because uni always try to do this stupid thing of trying us to do group projects, and they're always useless group projects because you're working for something that you don't care, and number 2, you're working with people that you just don't trust them. I suppose that this is going to be a more real life work scenario, but as harsh as it sounds, a lot of them are just either uninterested or incompetent. So I have to have, maybe this is an arrogant saying, but I have to have some sort of respect for the people that I'm working with, otherwise I just don't take it seriously. And thanks to that, I realized how difficult it is to actually build things in sync. And this is just as a project from scratch. This is something that we started. I can't also even imagine how it's supposed to be like millions and millions of lines of code on a code base. That has to be mental.
Conflicted, and it gets kind of confusing. And so we're just trying to like mind meld like Pacific Rim into a just giant moving beast of just programming awesomeness, except for there's 3 dudes instead of 2.
Code.
Please.
Now.
Crashes.
Oopsies.
All. The.
Mom.
That.
Vibes. Okay.
I say the
Grandma.
name.
It's something that I realized that club thinking doesn't do too well. If you see that brain there, that means that it has the thinking mode. And I think that the thinking mode is good for 2 things, but it has to be very like monofunctional. You can't really ask multiple things of that same chat because it just gets confused, or it's a bit too like, is that kind of like asking something very basic to that smart, dumb person, that they're very like autistically smart, but they have 0 life skills. And in my experience, that has been the case using that model.
What can I say?
You guys are
It's
not
my
playing
gift.
the game.
No,
my
I literally am.
I know, vegan. If you say code again one more time, I'm
All
gonna
you say
lose
is
my
code.
marbles. I'm gonna have Lindsay come over here.
If someone else was to play this game, how many hours do you think they could go for?
35 seconds.
Sell. I gotta do the same thing. Dude, Ed, quit looking at your keyboard.
Hey, I'm not.
It makes you look real.
Eat my whole ass. I was not-
Present your whole ass.
HR?
Language, people.
Yeah, people, this
Language.
is a family-friendly
Listen,
stream.
I am caffeinated and I'm from New Jersey.
Stop talking
It
to
only
Ed.
goes
Stop
downhill from
talking
here.
to him. Stop
There's a
talking to
lady
him.
here. My God.
Gosh.
I know you're not used to that.
Hey,
What do you want to get done in the next 24 hours?
I would like to make the game completely playable in the next 24 hours. Like, that is my goal. We've already made really good progress. When I woke up this morning and TJ showed me the very offensive Balloons TD re-implementation, I'm not gonna lie to you, my heart sank at the balloons, but was exuberant at the progress. PW.
Love that.
Our enemies have a really crappy draw function, right? We just went way too hard on this draw function. So this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What I'm thinking is that I'm going to take this whole thing and we're just going. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I'll be honest. That was probably because I asked it to make them into balloons. So that you really should not. You should not feel bad about deleting that.
I hate that Balloons TD has made my life even worse.
Okay, but in my
This is also very underused, the Command K editing, where it just needs you to, or it just helps you to refactor something real quick. in my experience, that's been the best way to actually refactor something.
Defense, I asked it for that at 2 a.m. Pacific time, which is 5 a.m. my time. So I do think you got to cut me a tiny bit of slack for that. And it one-shotted it, not like Flappy Bird. So it was literally.
Oh no!
Turn this into balloons, and then it did it. And so
It was like, okay.
all right.
What do you plan on getting done today?
Today, probably, I'm thinking really iterating on our design that we've got here. We had some really strong building blocks, and I would not be surprised for us to really turn this into something playable by noon. It's a great question.
What?
3 logisticians walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Would you all like a drink?" The first one says, "I'm not sure." The second one says, "I'm not sure." And so the third one says, I see we would all like a drink. Think about it.
Oh,
Adam got it. Oh, chat, look. We're getting kicked W's.
No,
Dude,
chat, you're too dumb for that joke.
Chat is not
No,
laughing.
they got it.
They're
They got
laughing
it.
at you.
No. Chat, you're not laughing at me. They're saying kick W because it's good.
Okay.
Actually, I'll just be honest. There's a lot of people still here that were here at 2 a.m. because I told them, please spam kick W, good one, Tej, when we do when I do this joke later.
It's all coming together.
Now that's a kick W.
Great joke, Teach.
How are the current vibes?
I'd say the vibes mixed. We're mixed bagged right now because one part of me wants to be free and just let it run and just trust the process. But the other part of me, maybe I'm a Luddite,
You have 2 wolves inside of you.
maybe I'm stodgy, maybe I'm old, maybe I'm just decrepit, unable, unwilling, brain's lost all of its elasticity. I just want to know, have expertise, understand what I'm doing. So I've just found myself in this like,
So what I'm saying, dude, you gotta think it's like more than 20 years coding. It's just a lot of habits that you already built around the skill.
fighting nature of just not embracing the vibe.
You though, you seem great. LA in general. You seem okay. You seem like you have a soul. Probably.
You seem like an insult human.
Pat, doesn't Pat agree with me? San Francisco is where, yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I've met plenty.
Cursor think?
What does Cursor think?
Ask Cursor.
Ask
All right,
Cursor.
fine.
Ask Cursor, which is
What
better, LA or San Francisco?
LA or SF? You know Cursor's gonna say SF.
SF has more poo. That's for sure.
It's true.
Or what?
Well, here's what we
Yeah.
need to ask. What are the chances that someone in...
What are the current vibes?
Vibes are feeling so good. Me and Prime are broing out so hard right now.
Of one.
Here, since I'm your hands.
Wait. I can't believe this dude's getting a haircut on the freaking lights.
Here, let me step behind him. Okay, I can't see it all.
Go ahead, you guys just
I can't see it all. I can't see it all.
This is
Now that's vibe coding.
Yeah.
I feel like you got. I feel like.
How can we improve the vibes?
You know, I'd say that once we build enough surface area for all of us to work very
Cheers.
independently, I think the vibes will go much faster because then every single step doesn't have to be a discussion.
Okay, how do I debug this? So
I got nerfed.
press a card. So right now it's following the cursor properly. And
I do got a little bit of
which is
mold
good.
back there.
When
There's
I
still
press-
something going
okay, I
on back
figure
there.
out what this mode is.
It's a
When I
light bulb.
press
It's a molded
play,
light.
I want to know what it thinks my mouse cursor is.
You know, the good news is I grow a lot of hair.
Why would
Do I have a
it
lot of
snap
hair?
all the way back there?
Don't know what that feels like.
Is that possibly downscaling additionally?
Oh, this is great though. I am so happy. Thank
like
you for this.
me-
I was actually dying of.
Yeah.
How playable is the game right now?
I was pretty surprised. I was able to start placing some towers, drawing cards, a little bit of just a sprinkle of animation, and the progress has been astonishing so far.
Oh god, they're back. Okay, they're back.
all
They're
right,
back.
get
They're
out of
back.
here. I need to actually-
Okay, I gotta go. Guys, sorry, guys. Bye. Bye, chat. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say I gotta get my mic off. Wait. Oh no, get him up. Get him up. No, sorry. I'm not on the screen.
We left.
Get the mic off.
Give me that microphone, guys.
Beautiful. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
There we go. Watch this. We're going to generate it. Wait, are we thinking still? Good. We're not thinking. Honestly, I do not like my reasoning models thinking.
Never think.
Never
only
think?
code, only vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, I know they're saying it as a joke, but it's kind of like on the same point that I was saying before. Thinking is only good, in my opinion, for like architecture or something that really requires a lot of context. And even so, I've been playing around with the MCP of sequential thinking, and it's also been much better results than actually Claude 3.7 thinking.
We don't think around here.
This is a no thinking zone.
We engage.
Are you further or closer than you thought to the end goal?
Oh, so much closer. So much closer.
If Paul has a better mustache, or 2 in the chat if I do. Who has the better mustache? I've seen a lot of. I did see a 2. I got 1 2. I got 2 2s.
It's either going to
a lot of ones. I see a lot of
closer to the right answer, and it's going to break everything. So let's
I'm not saying my ego's bruised right now, but it's hurt. Okay.
I used to have a mustache like that.
I know what happened.
When I was your age.
What did you learn about Cursor?
One of the things I really liked was how quick and fast it felt to do tab editing. And also, it showed me quite a few interesting ideas through Agent, so I like that too.
I don't know what he just pressed, but he did stuff. Okay, this is looking good. This looks like a hand. Okay, we also, don't forget the whole index thing gets us every time.
What are we doing with the hair?
I'm getting
no definition for draw all.
Yeah.
We're tightening it up.
It's a little tight.
Yeah, I'm backseat vibe coding right now. You guys just wouldn't understand.
Wait, okay, does enemy?
I know that I think it's Andrzej Karpathy something, like the guy that it's behind. I think it was the Tesla Autopilot and OpenAI to some point. I don't know if he's still on OpenAI, maybe somewhere else. But I remember he said that he did something. I think it was with Whisper or something like that allows him to code with voice notes. So he literally just starts talking to Cursor and just lets it go.
The engine still exists.
All right, don't forget. Hey.
No, it should be an enemy.
Don't forget that meta table, baby.
Should be what?
It should just be an enemy.
If someone else was going to use Cursor, what advice would you give them today?
Write rules. Use Cursor rules.
Super underrated, honestly. People don't understand that when the AI is actually searching for an answer, it needs to think about all of the potential languages. Obviously, it's going to grasp it quite quickly, but the more focalized you can give those things, the better it's going to be. I have like 2 fundamental rules, and is that it gives you like the folder structure, and it also gives you what the actual project is about, so that every time that I write a prompt, it has to take that into consideration. And I do a lot of mobile development because that's the thing that I like the most, and it just has all of the specific things that I use for Expo and React Native.
It will listen to you, even if your ideas are bad.
Hi Prime, Cursor CEO here. It has come to our attention that you have violated the terms outlined in Section 5 of the Vibe Coding Agreement by not vibing at all. In light of this breach, we are hereby terminating the contract, effective immediately.
Yeah, that requires me to read. Caught.
Rule number 1, subsection 1, don't read past the first sentence.
Yeah.
Chat.
May.
What's the best rule you've added so far?
It was telling it to not make any objects because we were just going to use more data class style.
I don't know if Vegan knows this.
No, it's good to none.
Cellular phones with mobile data. And we were
All I know is
I open up stream, it just says
Good shit.
KEKW, sit up.
So, I don't know if you guys saw the solution to our problem that I came up with.
How can we improve the vibes even more?
Really can't be. Really can't be. It's immaculate.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying watching you.
Who packed this? It's covered in tape and it's got holes in it.
I genuinely wonder how they got this place to film. Like, they just, oh yeah, let's just do a tower game inside a freaking tower in California. Like, this is the type of thing that you see in movies.
No, I'm saying I saw the.
Open it up though.
Okay.
Oh! Centunia? Dude,
Centunia with the
coffee.
Put it away. That's okay.
That's not a bad thing. So when you say IDEs don't matter, IDEs do matter because each will make different decisions about how you go through it. Now, I
disagree with that last comment. Agent is really good. You just have to know how to use it.
personally am not an IDE guy, but man, do I love tab. Like, honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I could see myself using Cursor more strictly for the tab. Strictly. Everything else, like, I just don't think agent mode is, like, so boring to me because it's like agent mode, hey, you want to do some work tomorrow? It's like, sure, I guess I'll.
So, okay.
Who's this guy?
That only happens when you overuse it or you just kind of keep piling things up. But it's actually quite good.
Hey, it's lunchtime. Well, that was the first school I went to, was culinary schools. Before I went to culinary school in San Francisco, I went to the Thai Oriental Cooking School at the Oriental Hotel in Bangkok.
Oh, okay.
And so I was there for like
No idea what this guy is.
taking this big course, and I learned all about all the ingredients, and that's how I got really interested in it. And the students couldn't like leave the campus. They gave me permission, and I went down there and got all these Thai ingredients and made some Thai foods. It was kind of fun.
What a great experience.
Yeah,
What a great experience.
Well, I love cooking still, so I guess I'm in the right business.
What do you mean how to
And
modify
there-
the
and there's
textures?
fire?
It's AI.
Oh, wow.
Fire,
And
a little bit of flashing.
it's got
I mean,
lightning. It's actually
Looks really
kind
good.
of crazy.
guys, I've improved the game the most so far. Okay, I'm actually the best coder so far. I think this is like the way it's inverting. If you're good at coding, you're
It
not.
says the Dark Towers of Mordoria?
Yes, yes,
Dude!
yes. The Dark Towers of Mordoria. Okay. First of all, while this is running,
No. No.
What, Dragon?
That's a banger card. Oh, here's
got a
the
5/5?
actual rare. We got a 5/5, 5 red
Flash
mana.
it
It's
to
a
the
little
camera.
heavy on the mana, a little heavy on the mana, but it's
Where's
a
the
flying.
Yeah.
Little magic here. Not a bad card, kind of heavy on the mana though. Pretty good.
Here,
we
low
go.
level.
heavy. They are brutal.
That's cool.
Is the audio guy not the? I'm neither of the guys.
You play instruments? I played drums in high school. I haven't touched a kit in like 10 years, but I do play drums. And then I was a clarinet player until 2007.
Yeah,
and then some girl said, that looks like a dick. I cried, and then I stopped playing it. So there you go. And then I called her fat, and I got in trouble. That's a whole other conversation. But I did not play clarinet since then. So
I was going to say, you do look like a clarinet player.
thank you. Yep.
Okay. Also, Children of the Bodom. That's what we first talked about.
Yeah,
that was the
so-
first death metal.
When I told Trash, and I made a bet with him, that we would absolutely have really good pixel art that was not AI generated created in this tower by the end of the week, and he took the bet thinking it just meant that I was going to do it.
Yeah, the pixel art king, literally.
Quite funny hearing the AI pixel generated stuff like a couple of days after OpenAI released a new model, which is amazing. There's a video that I'm going to do about that.
He was wrong. We actually got Adam to come out here. So Adam's going to be here all week. Adam, nice to meet you in person.
Great to meet you.
Here, can we get a mic? Well, can we borrow your mic for a second?
Yeah, sorry, I'm like not talking right now. There you go.
My taste.
Pretty good. Pretty good card. We should be in this. You got it?
I know.
Yep. Cool. Hell yeah.
TG, thanks for saving my life. Can't imagine what I would do without you. You're a real hero.
It's my pleasure.
Oh, you see someone's wife?
It's a long story.
Really?
Yeah. We didn't tell you about this.
No.
Oh, I'll have to tell you about it off stream. Yeah, because it's a little intense for stream.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't code, you don't play Magic? Wow, what a loser.
No, because I have everything.
Oh! The motivational speech time. Here's the thing. In life, sometimes code gets you down. Sometimes code keeps you down. Sometimes you want to rewrite your whole game. Sometimes you want to turn a 7-day challenge into a 6-day challenge. But then, chat, listen, then we read the docs. We RTFM and we learn, oh wow, all that math we were doing, the developers of literally the graphics library for the game engine we're using already figured this out and said, let me give you a callback that you can call called resize that will, I don't know, dynamically resize the screen and then allow you to just move it around and you don't have to do any.
Yeah, I gotta say, this is one of the downfalls of overusing AI, and it's that you don't get the habit of actually reading the docs. And majority of the docs are very well written, especially for newer technologies. It's a bit different if you're entering into a company, I suppose that it's like 5 or 10 years behind in technology, but the documentation of modern technologies like MMKB, Expo, React, Supabase, they're very well written. So sometimes you'll have, the problem also is that you don't, depending on how junior you are, you don't really know where to look. I remember we were having so many troubles in the beginning when I was doing this first project with my friends on how to actually fetch data from Firebase, because we just didn't know about React Query. The moment that we heard about React Query, we were like, oh, so that's the thing that we needed. And it literally made our lives so much easier.
Math. Chat, listen, the TLDR here, read the docs, okay? Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Appreciate it. Let's keep going. Sublime on a...
I'm sulking right now.
Can you get the
Is attacking me.
Big jumper.
Who's Lindsay? Uh-oh, Lindsay, you want to introduce yourself?
Lindsay, say
Yeah,
hello.
Lindsay, say hi.
Nope. Here you go.
2 girls in the room. Wow.
No.
It's even
Hi.
ratio right now.
Whoa,
Happy
we
to
have
be
2
here.
girls on a coding stream.
About whales.
World record, everyone.
She knows a lot about whales.
Yeah, if you have any whale orca questions, Lindsay's here to answer those.
Or if you have any arugula recipes that you really enjoy, send them in chat right now.
Two girls, guys, hold your horses. Yeah, this is gonna be like.
Now, I'm very nervous. Like, can the game actually like load that level and render it? We will find out.
That's later. That's later.
No,
That's somebody else's problem.
Real shit. I have not typed a single key in the code base. It's all been prompting. I was just like, hey, can you do this? And it's like, sure. I have something I have to confess. I actually feel bad when I do this shit to AI, and I'm like nervous that it's gonna kill me. Like, actually, I'm like, all right.
That's actually quite fun.
Here's to make the AI work. You need to do a couple things. First of all, stroke its ego. Second of all, you have to tell it that someone's going to have bodily harm done to them if they don't answer correctly. Third, grandma. You always want to mention grandma. Grandma's in trouble. All the top jailbreaks mention someone's grandma being in mortal danger.
Grandma
so.
gives a kiss. All right, let's just fucking rip it, dude.
Okay, what do we got? Here we go.
Which is the one you did?
We're doing collab. Brand new collab. Just came out.
It's the most vanilla whiteboard I've ever seen.
Vanilla whiteboard. You know why? Nothing on it. Right when you write on it, it's used.
After that,
Funny like cursor.
Done. Single. We've been throwing this way all week.
Every time
I'm going through these so fast. It's obnoxious.
Going through what?
I've gone to Best Buy 5 times to get more whiteboards because he's like, don't erase them. And then I'm like, okay. Like,
meanwhile, he has that. Like, what is that?
yes, when he's. Oh my god. He wrote.
Is he related to Prime? He's his uncle. We have basically a few main functions. Right?
I know this is a bit random, but I wish that I had this personality in English, but it's so hard for me to actually let myself go in English because I just think much, or I let myself looser much more in Spanish. Don't really know why. It's a bit weird. It's like having a bit of bipolar disorder, but I feel like every bilingual person that I know can tell the same, and is that you act so differently when you're fluent in one language than when you're fluent on another one. So it's crazy.
We have update, and we have drop. Those are basically the other things. Well, we don't have to go full message passing, right? I'm just saying if we
But low level of it, not
What is it?
Can we not use the term mode because we already used
Oh yeah,
mode
sorry.
for
I
like
meant
editor?
phase.
Like, yeah, phase.
Scene or scene maybe.
Scene, okay, yeah, scene.
Scene. Okay, right.
Okay,
So it's scene.
An option of doing it from within each update. It has logic per the current scene.
And then we have a map, and then it just does the if statement for us if we want to.
And then we can do that. But maybe we don't need to do the message passing way. Maybe we just because that's probably too complicated for not a lot of data.
You select the character, and then you press the play button at the bottom. But we know you're.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Then we always pass the state to everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing stores anything besides the state. Still, we're still on that.
Yeah. Okay. As long as we're on that train, I'm happy,
Okay.
and I'm fine with this.
Okay. All right. So let's do that.
Let's do it.
This is why I was like all hot earlier. Was for this exact reason, like
because there's kind of two separate questions.
You were all
for that.
hot earlier?
dude, so
I didn't
hot,
see it.
hotter than hotter than
Holy
Hansel.
come on.
Wait, were you burning me?
Yeah.
You burning me
That's
up?
the hottest you're gonna get today, Prime.
Damn, I'm charred. I'm feeling it. Damn.
Madison, where's your microphone? We gotta get that on. We gotta get that on mic when you're.
Madison.
Nice. Hey, where's my phone?
Nice.
Now we're gonna work on it. That's literally like.
Fun fact, I used to work for like 5 years as a barista, and I know how to roast coffee, and I used to have a coffee business. And I actually can't believe that they're using some fellow products. That just tells me how big fellow got into like a mainstream people. Or normies.
No longer have deeper
You
grind.
can just look at what Carpati says. We're okay with throwing away the code, and then we're gonna fix this. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Australian type language would cut down. Australian type language would cut down on this conversation.
No, it would make it longer because we would have to agree on
you
the
gotta
type system.
quit getting triggered by them. They say the stupidest things intentionally.
Yeah,
TJ,
they would have
know-
literally actually had to rewrite it, like if it were.
TJ, you are being one guide this entire day. Like you gotta quit getting one guide over and over again.
Wait, what am I working on?
And why are you calling? Yeah, honest critique. You're not doing a good job. Dude, but I love the tab feature. Like, I'm actually just trying to learn the tab feature, you know?
It's okay. You should use it the way you want. It's day one. It's day one. It's fine.
But I don't feel fine because you guys are all like, man, look how much progress I'm making.
Well-
but dude, the editor is probably a steaming hot pile. But you know what? He gets to walk
it
away.
works. Yeah, he's like, don't look at the code, guys. Don't look at the code.
Yeah, I hope that he embraces the actual agent mode before the weekends, because it's so good. As long as you know how to use it, you have proper rules, the AI has proper context, and you're not really asking it, to just like, oh, write me a multi-million-dollar project in 2 prompts. It's really good, especially when you combine it with GitHub. And I don't know, I'm a big fan of Cursor, but I'll see you on another video.